Welcome back to Chasing the Dream on Alma, Missouri. We are now in May of year 4, and as you see, we are still rolling in the money. We have 3 more rail cars of solid fertilizer we're going to sell, and I think it'll be about another month or 2 before we are ready to send another cart or another train load of it. But this should get us, I think, around another 300 grand, 350. Could be wrong, but it's still pretty solid price, so I'd rather just move it because we're overfilling the railroad silo, and we don't want to really keep doing that. So we'll sell this, and then we're going to go get soybeans set up to be planted, and yeah, exciting time of year. Kind of goes by quick, but we get the soybeans planted, and we'll have to run some herbicide over all that as well. But we should be in pretty good shape, pending the weather holds out. A little bit of rain coming in. Also noticed the tree branches were down over the tracks there. Oh, so it is still up. I figured it was going to go down. We just made over another 500 grand. Let's run back over here. That is impressive. We got manure running. Digestates at 340 still. Silage should be kicking over. Let's jump the fence. We got TMR there, so we're good there. We sold the corn. We got soybeans to sell in July, June, July. But other than that, pretty good. Calves are maturing. Heifers should be almost adult Holsteins pretty soon. But we've already got this kind of set up. It's not fully topped off, but it'll do for now. But yeah, it's crazy. We're coming up on 50 episodes, and as you can see in the distance, our corn we planted last time already starting to sprout, which is a great sign. We might have to. When we open this up, let's go up here. We don't want that. We want course play, or not course play. We want precision farming. I think my nitrogen levels are off over here. So we might have to actually spray over the oat. And maybe even a little bit of the peas up here. So we'll see. But definitely need to tend to that. Like I said, it is oat, just had to make sure. But we're going to get this set up. Get the old course play track on it. We don't need that because we end up switching to a different planter, which was just fine. So there we go. I always like to just back out because it seems to pick up the track easier and there's no hesitation to it. Or fighting 9 meters. We'll do 3 runs of that. Let's go along this edge. Let's run it off that. Why not? Let's generate that. And there we go. We're going to go first waypoint. Should run pretty smooth. Oh yeah. Moving like clockwork. The creek's up again a little bit. I've noticed it's been getting higher and higher the last couple months. I know we are going into, end of spring, but I figured it'd be a little more stable. Like I said, it just seems to keep rising. But yeah, so we're gonna keep. I saw somewhere we probably should keep our bulls a little bit longer, even as Holstein. I think it was Pleasant View Farm shared some info on it. But it should actually keep them for 12 months. I think we kept ours for maybe. Go in there and look right now, because that's what the Holsteins were at too. They're on 13 months, and actually those heifers have gone up quite a bit in price. So I will own that as that was my mistake, getting rid of them sooner than later. You know, I think they were at 9 months, 10 months. So probably should have held on to them for at least a year, year and a half, like originally thought. But you live, you learn. Like I said, you know, we'll figure it out. Now, we keep making this money. I do want to purchase some more land. Possibly even an area to build the feedlot. You know, I think us really starting to crank out some beef as well. Then we buy down. Look, we go in the map actually right now. Still thinking down like I was previous episodes. Down in this area, this old farmyard that's just all rubble and kind of open lot now. But we can get, there's a meadow right here. We can get grass off of for them. I'm not too worried. And I said, you know, might even turn that into, you know, grass lot for them. So being able to pull from those two would be more than enough for us to create TMR and stuff for them there as well. And I think that's a pretty good yard. But that's just my thoughts. I haven't committed to it. We could also pull from that field. Because, I mean, that field's not bad. What, 100 grand? 142 grand for that one. So I'm not against it. It's 2.81 hectares. You know what's weird? Oh, there it is. It wasn't giving me the actual acreage. 11.74. 27, 22. Trying to see where we're actually at here. I was asked that earlier and I wasn't fully sure, so I think we're still under 100. But yeah, this will be a pretty casual, relaxed episode. Probably not too long. We're just at that time of year again, you know, we've done a lot of the hard labor already. Everything's running pretty smooth. We could actually, let's run down here. We could run the manure out actually if we wanted to. There's 25,000 in there. I say let's just run it out. Grass silage from our mow, which actually I think we're good to go again, so we'll be doing that. Getting that done, which actually, if we go up here, that should be ready to harvest again. That should be on another cut. Yeah, that's what I thought. So let's switch over, because I think that's got to be our next priority, is let's take that out. We could do across the road again, get the hay bales. But we might as well, you know, stay on top of it, per se. Oversteered that one just a little bit. Pushing our snow removal equipment out of the way. Probably should start moving some of this stuff over. We should build another longer shed. That should be the other priority, is down in that plateau to build something as well. I did think about moving the cat barn up there. You know, what would it take for us to lift that up and bring that over? So that's another thought I kind of had, but we'll see. Like I said, we want to get this mown again because we want to get as many cuts. And I might even try to push this to... it's crazy to think about. So it doesn't look... It says ready to harvest. It is kind of low. We put a slurry on it. I mean, we are in May. We're gonna do it. Get this open. Get that old course up and running. Mowing. Field 13. It's the only one we mow. currently. And we're going to get first waypoint. Set that off. Be interesting to see. So we're not turning too much, but if I do this every other month, I'm wondering. I did think maybe we wait till June. But I'm going to see what we can turn off this field. You know, even if we get, let's say 150, you know, maybe we mow this every other month now. And we get 150,000 liters of silage from it. That's still a win in my book. Definitely like that we're going to get some hay bales from across the road now, because that'll help. And we can keep burning this, but I think the next cut after this we will do hay in the summer. And yeah. We got quite the operation running now. Like I said, we're at 2.5 million. What do we got? Anything good for sale? Whoa, multi-controller series. 51,000 for the 115. That's tempting. It's a fast little one too. That is tempting. 51,000 though. Now that we have the money, it's kind of like, yeah, but we gotta purchase land. Ooh, actually, it's pretty dinged up on top. Looks like somebody hit something before they put the GPS system on there. So we're gonna pass on that, sadly. But what are you to do? Now let's go back in here. Let's, this tractor's moving right along. So, as I figured, it burned through some of the seeds on this field. There's some sections where it's definitely going to use them up. Right now we're in that, you know, 3-dot zone. That's what I'll call it. 3 red dots. So, you know, 40 seeds per cubic meter. So we'll burn right through them, but shouldn't be too bad in all. Fertilizer, we're not really going to burn through. You know, I put some in here just so it'll touch up spots where you still need a little bit for the soybeans, even though they're pretty much fine without it. And like I said, the big thing after will be spraying this down. Some herbicide just to make sure, because we were getting a little out of control with weeds in our last harvest. A few fields are taking off in ways that I did not appreciate. We could technically probably, I was gonna say, take the Kubota. While this is going, we could try to run over that field with some fertilizer. And you know what? Maybe that's what we're gonna try. I don't know if it'll work. I know we've had previous issues. It seems like that second, third cycle of fertilizing doesn't ever want to work for us. It'll be interesting to see how this holds up on this small tractor, but the good news is this should fit between the rows too, one would think. And I did top this off with herbicide, so that's we're on the hillside right now. Let's dump that herbicide out and let's see what we can do. I have a feeling when I set this down, or when I fill this, it's going to quite wobbly. We might be playing with fire here, folks. And that is what I was worried about. So this is not going to work. And I cannot put any weights to the front of this. So what I want to see is, can I take this to the shop? And it is going to give me the option to put the 450 on there. Is that the biggest one oh yeah, that's the biggest one I can put. Anybody gonna give me no options? I was hoping, just hoping, we'd be able to, you know, work it out a little bit. And it's gonna stay down. Oh no, no, look, pulling a wheelie. So I'm wondering if I ground that. Maybe that's the solution, is keeping that low. And let the gears just kind of climb through. Hey, this is dangerous. We're not gonna lie. The wheels occasionally coming off the ground here. Probably should have only filled this tank about half full. But we needed some comedy. This is not safe what I am doing, folks. Please do not try this at home or in your own farming simulator games. It will result in a disaster for your save. Okay, now we're going downhill. Probably should not pick up the speed, but we're gonna. I think as long as I keep this tank on the low lift point, we got the front weight, 450 kilos, hopefully enough to keep it all down. Like I said, we just gotta stay balanced. It is gonna be a little tricky on that field over there, though. Especially when we are near, oh, here we go, a little uphill. So we'll see. I'm hoping this works, though. Now I'm wishing I bought that 115 series case. Be able to put wheel weights on, which I was hoping to have wheel weight options for this Kubota, but we don't. And I don't like when it really pops that gear, because you see right there it wants to pull a wheelie. But I'm actually shocked. I mean, it's getting there. This is definitely not the size of equipment we should be using for this. But fortune favors the bold, right? Right. So now that we also, let's just get this. Okay, well that's an issue. So what we're gonna actually do is we're gonna close this up, because we are damaging this field. Which is what I was afraid of. So let's unhook that. We tried it. That'll be fine on the side road for now. Let's drive back. That's a little bit sad. You know, we gave it a good effort, but we also did need a wheel weight, or we needed weights on the front of this anyway, so I can live with that. But it was worth the effort, right? Try it out. I was worried about the tires being still too wide, as it created some crop damage there. Not good. But we'll just wait to get to that after. We'll try to see if that sprayer works to do what we need, and you know, hopefully it does. But this wheel weight, or I keep saying wheel weight, this front weight should help when we go to move manure and feed TMR, because we were having some issues with that. So with that said, let's go check on the most important thing right now, our seeder. Putting in soybeans. Making decent time. 15 more minutes roughly to finish this field. So I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, all our other fields, they look like they're good to go. We should actually have to run over. And being this one's still at 34%. This one's still running. They're done about the same time as the cedar. Where is... You know what? We got the time turned down. I noticed that. We want to get in our actual truck here. I'll lower the tailgate. Take this trailer off. I'll probably just keep the tailgate down. But I want to go check on our peas. So let's go take a little gander at how those are coming in, because we can see our corn is doing fine. Peas, I'm a little curious, and that is getting deep. How's this creek go? So this creek's coming up quite a bit as well. Might almost be time to put like bridges in on those. Anyway, we'll keep it moving along. That corn looking good, nice rows to it. Yeah, look at that. That is nice. Did a good job. Peas. You know, never really seen these in this growth stage, but I'd say it looks alright so far. I'll drive further down here in our normal little end spot here and get this turned around. Oh yeah, I guess those do look like little pieces. That's pretty cool. Never seen this stage of this texture. Or I should say the texture at this stage, but I mean they could use I guess the nitrogen a little high in some spots. Yeah, so right there we are a little high. So that's what I was wondering, if this actually needed the nitrogen. So we don't need to put any more fertilizer on this. Crop rotation, you know, going from soybeans to this. We got 105%. Expected yield 96%. Yield potential 110. But I'm wondering how. So right here, 103. Okay. So everything we did, we could max out 110% yield. We're expecting anywhere from 96 to 103 so far. 95 as I say that. Nitrogen's high, so peas almost run that borderline low end nitrogen. So peas were not the crop to actually put in here. Peas would have probably been better in the other field. Was actually the nitrogen? Yeah, I guess that one was kind of low on nitrogen too. Now that I'm thinking about it, that might actually be over. So we're going to go back in here and take a gander, because I'm thinking, yeah, we don't need any fertilizer on that field, on field 16 either. We have over fertilized 2 of our fields. So we're going to have to, yeah, that's my bad on that one. Did not think about that. Oh, couple deer. Oh, I can't wait till hunting season. And here comes the rain, folks. Here comes the rain. This is not what I wanted to have happen, especially while trying to get the beans in, which is very unfortunate. Try to race back. Actually, see if you can see him through there. He's getting turned around. He's probably going to be able to do another pass before that starts to get wet out there. I mean, it's starting to come down pretty good. Clear skies over there, though. I mean, maybe we get lucky and we continue. Luckily, what we're mowing in that meadow, too, is going to be silage, so I'm not too worried about it right now. Obviously, we don't want it soaking wet and ended up with mold. But What can you do? Actually, you know what? I probably should go tell him to just pull out of that field for now. Hopefully, the 145 hopefully isn't ripping up that meadow if it starts to get soft. But yeah, I need to tell him just hold on. Actually, we just had water come all the way up to the window. I'm gonna put this window up. This is risky. It's wet out there. But yeah, I think that's gonna pretty much do it for this episode because we're gonna get rained out. So until next time, thanks for always watching. Farmer Taz out.